Aloha and thank you so much for watching this video. This is going to be another team tarot reading for ParadigmShiftCentral.com, a real-world interactive game to be able to help assist with the shifting consciousness. Thank you so much for joining in. My name is Brendan, and maybe you've seen a few of these before. Maybe it's your first time. Either way, welcome. What we're going to be doing, we're going to be using the tarot deck that I got here, which is the Ananda tarot deck. For those of you who are curious, we're going to be pulling literally just one card, and then we're going to be reading from the book, and then I'm going to be giving you a little bit of my own interpretation, as well as how it relates to our role as shifters, as light guardians, being able to help make a difference in this world. So the intention here is to be able to help check in with the cosmic forecast, to be able to get inspired. So let's get right into it. I'm just going to charge the deck here, and again, by me doing this, I hope this inspires other people to be able to maybe pick up a deck where they are. And it's a very interesting practice when we allow ourselves to kind of, again, be in that space where we can receive, where we can be able to become conduits for messages from source consciousness itself. So let's just charge it up just a little bit more here, and you can begin putting your intention into this. Again, the basic intention that we work with is a basic idea of show us what we need to see. So even though if you're transmitting your data through the future, it's still reaching this moment now. So thank you so much for being here, and let's see what the universe has to communicate with us. So oh great cosmic universe, show us what we need to see. Bloop. And yes, the sound effects do make a difference for those of you who are wondering. Absolutely. I'm sure the universe appreciates the extra theatrics. So today's card is, what do we got? Flames 5. Very, very, very cool card. And if you're hearing that noise, that's because there's construction going on in my house. And I was like, I'm like, well, I'm just gonna talk really loud and record this video anyways, and hopefully they won't bust out any saw blades. But nonetheless, here we are. So, Flames... Oh, sorry, this is Flames 10. Did I say Flames 5? Oh, man, they're just really going at it right now. So, it's going to come and go. That's okay. All right, Flames 10. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, so this is a very, 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 very cool card. So, let's read into this and... smash that like button if you want me to read it in my Morgan Freeman voice. That's always an option, apparently. So again, me doing this is just to be able to help inspire all of us. So thank you for being here. Thank you for receiving the inspiration of this message. This is for you. 10 of Flames. The image. A star of majestic grace with 10 rays of light shines from the infinite space of the universe over the planet Earth, which rises out of a haze. Jeez. I'm sorry, I don't know how much that's going to be picking up for you guys, but I do apologize in the meantime. Maybe today's lesson is just moving forward regardless of construction going on in the background. I do apologize. It's my assumption that's just going to stop right now, but they may do it again. We'll see. Okay, let's just roll through this. All right. So my own interpretation of the card. Okay, looking at this very closely. You've got a 10-rayed star, and it is shining above Earth. You can see like the Earth atmosphere there. And yeah, that's basically what it is. So it's a 10-pointed star shining above Earth up in the atmosphere. So let's read a little bit more about it. Again, the image, a star of majestic grace with 10 rays shines from the infinite space of the universe over the planet Earth, which rises out of a haze. So the haze is like another thing to take note of within this. All right, let's move through this. Meaning. Should I do my Morgan Freeman voice? Yeah? Okay, I'll just give you a quick sample, and then I don't want to... I'm going to do the entire thing in my Morgan Freeman voice. Anyways, meaning, the 10 of Flames represents fire energy in its highest potency. Great strength, optimal ability, and maximum success. However, this can also mean that given the conditions require extreme effort. A common trait of the sequence of 10 is the peak at which no further improvement is possible. I'm just going to reread that normally, right? People are just like, who, what? Okay. Meaning, the 10 of Flames represents fire energy in its highest potency, great strength, optimal ability, and maximum success. However, this can also mean that given the conditions, that the given conditions require extreme effort. A common trait of the sequence of 10 is the peak at which no further improvement is possible. Things have developed in such a way that they can no longer be ignored. It is no longer possible to disregard them. In a great sense, this means that the highest degree of consciousness is possible. The given circumstances require goal-oriented use of powers to justify the requirements of the momentary situation. I'm going to reread that. The given circumstances requires goal-oriented use of powers to justify the requirements of the momentary situation. So again, I'm gonna read into this as we finish reading it together. Based upon outer pressures, realistic self-assessment may be needed, as there is a high degree of energy to be dealt with. A single spark could cause a gigantic wildfire, yet nothing should be forced. In the worst case scenario, doing so would turn the powers against oneself. The attempt to jump over one's own shadow would mean that one is seamlessly wasting his strength. However, the straining powers of fire also fulfill a purifying function. Beside the eradication of negative characteristics, this card can also point to the introduction of a healing cycle. Under the given circumstances, fortified with courage, the heart and heart, man can achieve much, even in the knowledge of certain tasks. It is necessary to bring forth the entire strength of one's being, and to act in the interest of holistic consciousness. Possibly a great task is imminent. Astrological significance: Sun, Mars, Pluto, conjunction and opposition aspects. Key words: increasing inner strength, stress, increase in willpower, new beginning, full implementation of power, renewal, collecting energy, transformation, intensity, superlative, inner reformation. Traditional meaning: perseverance, effort, high energetic potential. In negative cases, aggression, extremes, overdoing. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, so this is a very, very, very cool card for us to be able to receive right now. And I think it definitely, like, we got a full moon coming up this week. And this is like the first full moon that we got, like, now as we like enter in past the equinox and moving into spring. So like right now, when we think about like the way how the seasons have kind of been preparing us to get ready, like how have you been doing the work? How have you been culminating? How have you been cultivating? And maybe this has been like super conscious. Maybe this has kind of been subconscious for you. Maybe you're just like, intuitively, I just kind of feel like I need to take it easy. But now, as the weather is blooming, the opportunities are arising too, and they're calling us into this power, into this next step, into this test. And again, the tests themselves are important. So we want to be able to meet those tests knowing that we are ready for them. And the fact is, we may never fully be ready, but that's okay, because the tests themselves are still going to be able to give us the gifts that we need in that moment. And honestly, like for me, it's kind of interesting because like, you'll have to forgive my sci-fi way of thinking about this, but like for me, this is like almost like culminating with the cosmic cycles of even what we're seeing in pop culture, in particular with the new Avengers Endgame movie that's coming out. Like the Avengers Endgame, this is like the culmination of all of this work that has been happening. And yet even still, that's going to be like the beginning of the next saga, the next thing. So it's like all the Avengers have been coming together and this is like their biggest test, right? And the only thing that has got them ready for this test is the fact that maybe in the past, they didn't always succeed. Spoiler alert. So you yourself, I need all of us to be able to look back on like, what have we really learned, knowing that failure is never really failure. In fact, the most important thing that we can do in life, even like into this moment and beyond, is to be able to learn how to fail forward. It's kind of like this idea that like the master has failed more times than like the amateur has even tried type thing. So again, like with this card, some of like the key phrases, just going back to this card, this is about the idea: things have developed in such a way that they can no longer be ignored. It is no longer possible to disregard them. In a greater sense, this means that the highest degree of consciousness is possible. So I want you to think about what in your life is calling you into your potential. What have you maybe been ignoring? And it doesn't mean like maybe you haven't been ignoring it. Maybe you've been feeling this. Maybe you've been feeling yourself getting ready for this. For me personally, like this definitely relates to like my ongoing work with Paradigm Shift. And again, for me, constantly stepping into my own potential, setting an example for others to be able to be led by, but for others to be able to lead themselves by, for us to be able to continue to grow the collective impact that we are creating through the community, and for us to be able to step into the next phases. Everything, all the foundation has been getting us to what is coming next. And so I think, like in terms of this cycle and future cycles, because this is going to be like, there's going to be like something awesome that's going to be happening here. And then there's going to be something awesome that's going to happen beyond that, and something awesome that's going to be happening beyond that, and that, and that, and that. One of the important things is really making sure that we do have the foundation, is to make sure that we do have the launch pad ready for our rocket, so that when our rocket's like ready to like ignite up into the sky and to like illuminate the heavens, that the foundation of our base from which we are launching from is stable enough, is going to be able to help support us in doing that. And so again, like maybe this is something where you feel like, wow, okay, I do. I feel like intuitively, I feel a lot stronger than what I did, maybe like 3 months ago, 6 months ago, a year. I mean, we are becoming stronger every single year. And again, a big part of this is not only just like being called into our purpose and our destiny, but also the shedding of that which we no longer need. Like what allows the rocket to go up into its highest potential. Sometimes it means like letting go of that which we no longer need. And you may find this. You may find that like your optimal potential isn't so much that you've added an additional this and this and this and this, but maybe it's been like getting rid of what you don't need. Getting rid of like that which might have been like holding you back. And then when you do this, it's just another opportunity for you to like really step into that authentic self, and for you to see yourself. Like, who do you see yourself as when you're at like your optimal potential? Well, again, when you're in that like activated light guardian archetype, that badass cosmic superhero that you are. And not only just to like be there temporarily, but to like experience that and be like, yes, like this is my dharma. This is who I am. And then again, to know that more progress is beyond that. The next cycle begins. Again, we kind of move through life. We go through these like spirals. We go through circles. We observe them as circles, but from like another dimension, we realize like they are actually spirals. So we'll find ourselves like coming back to certain points where we're like, oh, this is a similar lesson, but I'm different. Oh, this is a similar lesson, but I'm more evolved. Oh, this is a similar lesson, but I'm more confident. So acknowledge that as you come around to this point again, like maybe this is going to be like another echo of your past, but this time you're going to be even stronger. This time you're going to have like more of that conscious ability to be aware of what is needed. So again, based upon outer pressures, realistic self-assessment may be needed, as there is a high degree of energy to be dealt with. A single spark could cause a gigantic wildfire, yet nothing should be forced. In the worst case scenario, doing so would turn the powers against oneself. The attempt to jump over one's shadow would mean that one is seamlessly wasting their strength. So again, like part of our power isn't the idea of just like using our power at every opportunity and just be like, like Kamehameha, 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 and just like shooting our energy blast. We do that, we're going to deplete ourselves. Again, this is a call to refinement, a call to purification, a call to this idea that we are constantly becoming stronger by understanding more of who we are not. And this is the questions that we need to be asking ourselves. We need to assess. You need to reflect. Being stronger isn't just going to be like, like lifting weights in the gym. Like, yeah, that's going to increase your body, but you need to develop the relationship between like body, spirit, and mind. So check in with yourself. Are you taking good care of yourself physically? Are you getting good sleep? Are you taking cold showers here and there? Are you eating well? Are you exercising? Are you spending good time around social people? Are you embodying your spiritual practices? Are you doing your morning meditation, your mantras? Again, all of these things are going to help create that base, that launch pad. So when the time comes where the universe is just like, all right, like now or never, like not even just now or never, but like now is the time, let's launch. Like, like 10 seconds until launch. And so you want to make sure that your launch pad is ready, because as that clock starts ticking down, you got to make sure that like you're ready to like blast off. And if you don't, again, this is just going to be a part of the lesson. But if you don't, you may find that like your launch may be a little wobbly. It may not be the most ideal, but that's okay, because that in itself, again, is going to teach you like, okay, what do I need to do? What maybe again, like every single every single experience is just practice for the next one. So this isn't like the be all end all, but this is an opportunity for us to really be able to like test our might. So again, it's like we've been training, we've been practicing, we've been getting ready, and now we are here to test our might, to really show up? How has all the practice, all of the experience, all the time that you've been taking over the winter gotten you ready to where you are now? And do you feel ready? And again, maybe if you don't even feel fully ready, that's okay. Because maybe it's the experience of stepping into that with a little bit of courage and with a little bit of bravery, understanding that you may be a little bit scared, and that's okay. That's actually the gift. That's actually what you want. The ability to be able to see that when you do show up with that honest heart, with that clear intention, that you will still get exactly what you need. And the big thing is, like, you don't need to compare yourself to other people. Again, like I've said this before, but like the tortoise won the race because the tortoise knew who it was. It wasn't trying to be the hare. So be your pace and honor that for yourself, and constantly, make adjustments to your launch pad, make adjustments to your rocket, let go of the things that are going to be slowing your rocket down. And when you're ready to like blast off into that new frontier, do it, and you'll be called into it. And that in itself will continue to just like bring even more inspiration to see yourself show up in that. So there's going to be like a little bit of like a mystery in terms of like, how will you show up? How will you show up, with this next full moon coming up and beyond? Are you going to be making changes in your life? Are you going to really be stepping into your potential? Are you going to really feel that this is going to be the best summer of your life? And how are you going to make that happen? So assess, foresight, action. Really bring this into the practical purpose. Don't just wait for like, like the universe will just take care of me. Really meet the universe halfway. The universe is giving you everything you need, but you still have the free will to either ignore it or to rise with it. So how do you choose to rise with it? How do you choose to literally move through the fogginess? Again, this is where the metaphorical symbol, move through the fogginess of that atmosphere, that fogginess being like the uncertainty, the illusions of that which we are not, and to really burst through it, pierce through it, be the light piercing through the smoke, and to come into that place where you are shining as a beacon, as a 10-pointed star, as a fully embodied individual who is still learning, still growing, and constantly becoming more while also becoming less, in a sense. It's a very interesting conundrum in itself. We become more by being less sometimes. We simplify, we purify, we crystallize. Crystallize is the word that I would share with you. So, and then as you do that, you are that crystal shining up there. And again, your light is not just yours. Your light is like meant to be seen, because your light is going to remind people that your light is their light. And your example is going to help inspire people on their quest, on their journeys, on their missions. So go out there, build your entrepreneurship, create new media, share your story, work on yourself, take as much time as you need to, go out of your comfort zone, be willing to launch, be willing to shine, receive the gift of that, and inspire others along the way. Don't just shine for yourself, but shine out of service, knowing that your path is making a difference, that you as a light guardian, as a Skywalker, as we are now saying, is going to help inspire others as well. So there we go. Just kind of wrapping this up. Any other things I need to read here? Under the given circumstances, fortified with courage and heart, man can achieve much, even in the knowledge of certain risks. So again, you may notice that sometimes launching a rocket, that's risky business, boys. But you can do it with courage and with heart. Trust in the process. Show up as best as possible, do the work, the inner work, the outer work, lay down the foundations, set your intentions, set your targets, set your scope. You're going to the stars, boys and girls. Past the moon, aim for the stars, and blast off. And then this is just going to get us ready for the next time that we're going to blast off even higher. It's like we blast off and then we dock at a nearby spaceport, and then we blast off again, and then we dock by a nearby spaceport, and we're constantly making ourselves all the way back to Galactic Center, or again, the home of homes, the home of the heart, which is where we already are right now. So anyways, what do you think of this card? Please feel free to leave your comments down below. Does this resonate with you? Does this give you a little bit of bonus inspiration to be able to help assist you on your mission? I'd love to just be able to hear that in the comments, or send me a direct message as well. As always, I greatly appreciate being able to share this with you. This is an awesome opportunity for me to just be able to practice, and for us being, again, conduits for the cosmic messages coming here from the universe, to be able to remind us, to be able to say woo, the full moon is coming up, woo, kick ass, woo, and shine your light. You are ready. That's the message. That's the message. You are ready. Even if you don't feel fully ready, you are ready. You are ready. You're ready to learn. You're ready to grow. You're ready to be sometimes vulnerable, but at the same time, to be able to be open to receive the lessons and the gifts of whatever moments come your way. So shine your light, inspire others to do the same. So there you go. Wrapping up that little team tarot reading for you. Again, be sure to check out more at ParadigmShiftCentral.com. Follow the signal if you would like to apply for your shifter pass and connect with the core team as well. And you can always support on Patreon at patreon.com/Brendan Culleton. Be sure to follow me on Instagram at Mystic Spiderman if you are not already. And if you are watching this on Instagram, be sure to follow me on YouTube at youtube.com/SkullBabylon. We got lots more stuff coming your way. Thank you again. Please feel free to just, again, like I said, comment, share this with your friends. Use this as a tool to help bring more collective inspiration into the lives of each other. And as always, keep it shifty. Much love, peace, wholeness, and I'll see you in the future. Go out there, be a light guardian, be a shifter, plant those seeds, assist in the shifts. You're doing great. I see you, I honor you, I love you. All right, much love. Go team.